Hello again, everyone. This is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing today? And I hope that this video finds everybody doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a veteran, thank you, thank you, thank you. And please don't forget to hit on the like button as we go on. Hey, listen, talking about two important things today. A yummy recipe submitted by none other than our wonderful Sharon Jackson, and she actually made this today, like literally like about an hour or two back. And she submitted this photo, and I asked her permission about talking about this recipe, and she was like, no problem. So therefore, I'm going to share it with you. Does that not look good, or does that not look good for a stir fry with the lo mein feel to it? And it's very possible that you, excuse me, may have all the ingredients for this recipe right here. Pardon me. Next, we're going to talk about Trusty Notebook. Well, you know what? Let's talk about the Trusty Notebook first, okay? You know, let me tell you something. I rely heavily on my Trusty Notebook. That's why I named them Trusty. I have a collection of them over the years ago when I did my selling in another platform. I have notebooks from then. Every single day I entered everything I did, and the same holds true for the moment of now. The point that I'm trying to make is you can go from the sublime to the ridiculous in terms of prices on these Trusty notebooks, and it doesn't matter. You could get them in the dollar store, you could get them in the fancier stationery store, it doesn't matter. The idea being is organization of your thoughts and words. And yes, of course, we could type them out on those quick memos. They are absolutely wonderful, and I never put them down. But in addition, I'm a big stickler about really pressing the issue of, heaven forbid there's ever an emergency and your phone is not working and there is no power nor access to the very information that you vitally need. So please, by all means, transfer necessary information in case of an emergency. That's just one reason. Or for whatever it is that helps you manage your day or your household. You don't have to have a fancy planner. I mean, maybe that's not in your budget right now. Maybe rather just work freestyle and enter categories that you wish to create. And some of my Trusty notebooks are made just for that. Some of my planners are that. Planners, pre-done planners. Great, I use both. So I love them both. But I just want to mention to you that just a simple item, such as a Trusty notebook, can make an incredible difference in organization, including your stockpile. As I mentioned on my live show this morning, like formulating a stockpile, it's great to formulate a stockpile. But if you don't really know where your inventory is, let's say you live in a place and your inventory is scattered all over the place for whatever the reason. Basically, we'd all love to have things gathered in one place, right? But sometimes it may not actually be possible. So indicate in your Trusty notebook one thing. One thing I want to say, that's a good grab and go thing to go to, heaven forbid, of an emergency that you have to enter into your stockpile. Always put certain things under your bed. Like right away, you know it's under the bed. So right away, you don't need a Trusty notebook to remember that. Just a quick tip and hint. Just saying. All right, so therefore, you know how I feel by now about Trusty notebooks. Go get yourself one. It doesn't matter the size. It doesn't matter the cost. It does help in organizing your thoughts. Now, on to this yummy recipe from Sharon Jackson. It's a stir fry. It's like a lo mein type of a stir fry, and we're going to get to it. So basically, Sharon had leftover cooked noodles. Remember I said it's always a great idea to don't ever get rid of. Don't get rid of them. Like if you have leftover noodles, like, thin spaghetti, for example, just saying, you have it left over, you put them in a container, you store it for a future use that week, okay? Never have food waste as much as possible. So she took her noodles and she teamed it up with shredded carrot and chopped bok choy and some Napa cabbage. She cut that all up. And some green, let me see this here. I suppose that's green beans. What is this? My own writing is so sloppy there. No, scratch that. Not green beans, green onions. I didn't have my Trusty reading glasses with me. Okay, so green onions. She also used a partial bag of the, the mix that you use when you're doing stir fry mix. So she had a partial bag left over of stir fry mix, okay? Then she added to that, she added soy sauce. She added rice vinegar. She added some sugar and sesame oil to taste. It's totally possible that you may not have all the ingredients. Try some swap outs. I don't want you running to the grocery store just for that, especially if funds are low. This is where we get creative and use a little wiggle room, a little ingenuity. You may have actual sesame seeds. Some people may throw fresh sesame seeds on there. Just saying, get creative, work with what you have. The whole idea is to save money, have great flavor, and does that not look like so good? Sharon, I have to hand it to you. You are quite the talented lady. Well, anyway, just wanted to check in with you with these wonderful ideas. And yeah, a meal and a deal. They really are both wonderful. And in the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for viewing. Why? Because I really do appreciate whose time? Your time. Don't forget to come back for the next live on Friday morning at 6:15. I look forward to seeing everybody again when? Real soon. Have a wonderful day.